Greetings, Sky Cadets, and welcome to the premiere episode of Sky Patrol Theater. I'm your host, Captain Lance Fantastic, and I'll be bringing you the greatest movies available in the public domain today. Tonight, from RKO Radio Pictures, released in 1954, it's Killers from Space. Now let's head on down to the Cinema Data Vault and get some more information on our movie tonight. And this, Sky Cadets, is the Cinema Data Vault. It is the largest single repository of movies, film, and radio information
in the world.
And controlling this vast data resource is a bio-robotic, object-oriented knowledge system, or as I like to call it, Brooks for short. Brooks, are you there?
Affirmative.
Excellent. Please bring up the information on tonight's movie.
The movie is loaded, Captain Lance.
Fantastic. In Killers from Space, we have Dr. Doug Martin, who mysteriously vanishes after his plane crashes while analyzing a nuclear test. Later, he returns unharmed, but with mysterious scars on his chest and absolutely no memory of the accident. Then, Dr. Doug is given a powerful truth serum, where he begins to reveal an unbelievable tale of alien abduction and invasion. Being released in 1954, Killers from Space is probably the first film to deal with the subject of alien abduction. Now let's take a quick look at the people who star in our movie tonight. First up, we have Peter Graves, who stars as the indomitable and respected research scientist Dr. Doug Martin. People might remember Peter Graves in starring as things as Airplane and the original Mission Impossible TV series. Playing his lovely wife Ellen Martin is the beautiful 1950s Western actress Barbara Bestar. Coming up next is Frank Gerstle, who plays Dr. Kurt Kruger. I wonder if the production crew ever realized that they spelled his name wrong in the credits. Anyway, John Frederick plays Deneb, the evil leader of the bug-eyed aliens from Astron Delta. Up next is Steve Pendleton, who plays the ever-vigilant FBI agent Briggs. Followed by, and rounding out our cast, is James C.A., who plays the indomitable Colonel Banks. A little bit of CDV trivia for you. Peter Graves has a famous actor brother. His name, James Arness. He starred on over 20 years as Marshal Matt Dillon in TV's Gunsmoke and as the creature in the original 1951 Thing from Another World. Well, let's say we jump into our picture. Brooks, please load up and play our movie for tonight.
Beginning movie for that, Captain Lance.
Fantastic. And I'll be seeing you Sky Cadets at intermission break.
Soledad Flats, Nevada. The time, 6:15 a.m. The climax of arduous planning. Operation A-bomb test underway.
Detonation minus 2 minutes.
Military personnel, from buck private to top-ranking brass. Men from research and news services move into position. The bomb-carrying plane makes its initial run. Radar with eyes that never sleep. Special equipment go into operation. All orders are carried out with split-second precision. Warning is given to all commercial aircraft to stay out of the test area.
Detonation minus 70 seconds.
Planes take to the air, carrying sensitive instruments and nuclear scientists, ready to record the radioactivity from the closest possible vantage point.
Detonation minus 40 seconds.
The bomb-carrying plane nears the target. Tension mounts as all members of the flight crew anticipate the task to pinpoint the bomb on a tiny circle of Earth below. Now the plane wings its way toward ground zero. Warning signal is sounded. All observers prepare for the blinding flash of the bomb.
Detonation minus 20 seconds.
Command of the plane is given to the bombardier. Ground zero dead ahead. The key man now goes into action. Bomb bay doors open.
Detonation minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Baby 2. Over.
Go ahead, Tar Baby 2.
We're circling ground zero at radius of 7.5 miles. Altitude 15,000 feet. Airspeed 450. Stand by.
Roger and over.
She's all yours.
This is Dr. Martin. Here are the readings. 0.378 negative, second indicator. 1.08 negative. Radiation 0.4. Over.
Roger, proceed according to plan.
Wilco and out.
Take her in closer.
Okay, Dr. Martin.
We'll have to keep at least 2 miles from the center of the column. Radiation was too strong.
What's that thing shining below?
Looks like a fireball. Better check.
Dr. Martin. Dr. Martin, we're in trouble.
Pull out!
What out? I can't. The controls are frozen.
Tar Baby 2 from base. Come in, Tar Baby 2. Come in, Tar Baby 2. We've lost contact, sir. Baker 2, sir. Yes, sir. All patrol craft in test area. This is a Mayday. Repeat, this is a Mayday. Proceed to segment Baker 17. Search for Tar Baby 2.
Control from Tar Baby 7. Wreckage sighted southwest corner, Soledad Flats. Ship appears completely demolished. No sign of survivors. Over.
Roger, Tar Baby 7. Circle wreckage at 1000 feet until arrival of helicopter rescue unit.
Dr. Kruger, Colonel Banks speaking. Would you mind coming into my office right away, please? Thank you. As I was saying, our search planes found the wreckage of your husband's plane, Mrs. Martin. A rescue crew was sent out, but...
But they must have reached the wreckage hours ago. Why can't they find him?
I honestly don't know, Mrs. Martin. Yes, come in. Dead in the wreckage. And according to all reports, no one could have bailed out. I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Martin.
Dr. Martin, are you all right?
I am, yes.
It's Dr. Martin. Call the base hospital.
Come on, Doctor. Come on. All right, look up to your right. Now look over to your left. All right, you get up now.
Well, everything seems all right. Except, can't you recall anything that happened from the time your plane crashed until...
I remember the controls froze. The next thing I saw was the main gate of the base.
Your plane was completely demolished, the pilot burned to death, and you show off the picture of health. Are you sure you weren't driven here?
Positive.
You don't remember where you got this?
Mm-mm.
You know, your medical chart shows no indication of any scars on your body.
I must have got it in a crash.
Now, this was surgery. A very skillful incision.
I've never had an operation.
Now, that's what I don't understand.
Mr. Briggs.
Colonel Banks.
How are you, Mr. Briggs?
Fine, how are you?
Fine. I see the FBI doesn't waste much time.
Well, not if we can help it, Colonel.
Oh, you know our base surgeon, Major Clift?
Sure. How have you been, Major?
How do you do? Well, I guess you gentlemen have business to discuss.
Oh, no, this won't take a minute. Sit down.
Sit down, will you, please, gentlemen. Cigarette.
Oh, thank you.
I understand you've already talked with Dr. Martin.
I just left him. You know, Colonel, according to my files, Dr. Martin is just about the key man on this nuclear project.
Yes, along with Dr. Kruger, he is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know they're both good friends, and, both have knowledge and access to top secret information.
Well, that's very true, but that's no reason to suspect that they...
We can suspect anything, Colonel, until Dr. Martin accounts for every minute from the time of the crash.
The shock must have caused a mental block. His mind doesn't want to remember the details. The origin of the scar on his chest, how he got back to the base under his own power.
Did you ever stop to think that perhaps this Dr. Martin isn't really the Dr. Martin?
What are you getting at?
What I mean is that this man could be an imposter. They did come through, huh? They do check. That's what I've been waiting for, thanks. Get me Colonel Banks at the base, please. No, I'll wait.
Oh, yes, Mr. Briggs. Any news on the line you were getting on Dr. Martin?
Just heard from Washington. Well, I was wrong. This is our man, all right. His prints and description check right down the line. Now, here's what I suggest you do.
As you say, he's in excellent physical condition, yet you're keeping him in the base hospital. Why?
Mrs. Martin, you must realize that your husband is engaged in a highly secret work. If this experience had, affected his mind...
Are you trying to tell me that Doug is...
No. It's nothing serious, Mrs. Martin. His reflexes are excellent. Except for that one lapse of memory, his mind is perfectly clear.
Isn't that natural under the circumstances?
Yes. Except for the question of the scar on his chest.
I know he didn't have it before the crash.
Well, I'm sure he didn't, Mrs. Martin. But you see, it would be impossible for a wound of this size to have healed so quickly and without medical attention.
Well, you can't keep him here indefinitely.
Well, we don't intend to. We've asked you to come down here because we've decided to let you take him home, provided you can keep him quiet and he gets enough rest.
I understand. Now we'll just have to take that vacation he's been wanting for so long.
Vacation? To watch him, you'd think you never heard of one.
Yes, he must have asked me 100 times when the next test was scheduled. He's anxious to take his own readings again.
Well, he did have a key part in the planning of these projects.
Well, is there anything he should or shouldn't be allowed to do?
No. Except... he does need diversion. Anything that won't upset or excite him.
I see. Movies, bridge, drives, things like that.
Well, you're the doctor now. Just see that he gets plenty of rest.
Thank you. Goodbye, Colonel.
Goodbye. See you later, Major.
What's the matter?
I can't sleep.
What time is it?
After 3. I think I'll get myself a glass of milk. Give me squadron operations. Duty desk, please. Helen, what did you get up for? This is Dr. Martin calling. Who is this speaking?
Sergeant Bandero. Anything I can do for you, Doctor?
I wondered if there were any last-minute orders on another atomic test. What do you mean you can't tell me?
Sorry, sir. Regulations. I can't give out information to anyone. No, sir. It won't do you any good to come down.
All right, we'll see about that. I've got to get out to the base right away. Alan, don't you agree with me? I've spent months preparing for this series of tests, and no sergeant is going to push me around now. Well, aren't you going to say anything?
No.
Look, I know they're ready for another test, and I should be there.
Can't you understand that they don't want you around for your own good?
I don't need their sympathy. There's nothing wrong with me.
Then why are you acting this way? You're all on edge. If you don't slow down, I don't know what's going to happen.
You really believe that, don't you?
Look, Doc, if you won't take it easy for your own sake, please, do it for mine.
Time to get up.
Go away.
All right, stay in bed all day. It's almost 11 o'clock.
What'd you say?
Said it was almost 11 o'clock.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You go put the coffee on while I get dressed.
I don't care what you say. You had no right to go ahead without me. And you, Kurt, you didn't tell me either. Why? Orders, Doug. Orders? Nonsense. The least that could have been done would have been to let me know. I'm fine. I could have done my work.
I hate to say this, Dr. Martin, but in your present state, you're not considered a very good security risk.
Me? A security risk? My present state? What's the matter with me? How long am I to be considered?
Only temporarily. The results of the test will be available for your study when you return to work.
I am ready, Colonel.
To us, you're still a very sick man. My advice to you is to go home and relax, as you were ordered.
Relax, relax. And if I don't?
Then you'll be confined to the base hospital till you change your mind. Now, what's it going to be? Well, Doctor?
Oh, Dr. Martin. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Haven't you heard? I'm a mental case. Can't even be trusted with my own work. Liable to go berserk at any minute. Colonel Banks will fill you in on the details. Don't tell me. Let me see. You're, I know. You're Miss Vincent, the secretary I share with,
Oh, Doctor, you can't be serious. There was no one in your office, so I thought you wouldn't mind.
Oh, that's all right. It's all right. As far as I'm concerned, you can take the rest of the day off.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't really belong here. I just came in to pick up a few personal things from my desk.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Main gate, please.
Just a minute, Doctor. Main gate, Sergeant Powers. Dr. Kruger? Dr. Kruger? No, he checked out. Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, Doctor.
That's all right.
Okay, Doctor. Will you sign out, please?
We'll post a couple of men outside of Dr. Kruger's office. Give me Colonel Banks at the Officers Club.
Thank you, Doctor. Good night.
Good evening, Dr. Kruger.
Yes?
My name's Briggs. I'm from the FBI.
Briggs. Of course, I've heard of you.
I wonder if you'd mind returning to your office with me.
What seems to be the trouble?
Oh, just a few things we'd like to straighten out.
Concerns me?
Well, I'm afraid so, Doctor. Take your own car if you like. I'll meet you there.
All right, I will.
The papers seem to be intact.
Is this all classified information, Doctor?
Of course.
You know, according to security regulations, that vault should have been locked before you left.
But I'm certain I did lock it.
All right, then tell me this. Who besides yourself has access to the combination?
Well, the Colonel here and Dr. Martin.
Dr. Martin. He was in the building this afternoon.
That's right. We saw him in my office. He left around 4 o'clock on orders.
He dismissed his secretary a few minutes later, but he didn't sign out of here till 20 minutes after you left.
After I did? Well, there must be some mistake. I personally checked his office just as I was leaving, and he wasn't there.
Do you always do that, Doctor?
No, but Dr. Martin has been acting, well, quite strange of late.
Yes, he certainly has.
His wife telephoned to say that he hadn't come home as usual. I was very much concerned about it.
So am I. He still hasn't shown up yet. What kind of pipe tobacco do you use, Dr. Kruger?
Me? Why, I don't smoke at all.
Did you, Colonel?
Cigarettes? What are you driving at?
That's funny. How long has Dr. Martin been using this brand of tobacco?
Well, I really don't know. Why?
Now, Mrs. Martin, you say you have no idea where he could be at this hour.
Well, I know he's never been this late before without telephoning.
Well, I hate to ask this, but have you ever had any suspicion that there might be another woman?
Certainly not.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Martin.
Just why are you asking me these questions?
Well, let's put it this way. Has he made any new friends lately? You know, people not in the usual group.
No, the only people we've seen months have been connected with the Institute. Excuse me. Hello? Yes, just a moment. It's for you, Mr. Briggs.
Oh, thank you.
All units in Sector Code 4. Repeating, Code 4. Be on the lookout for two-tone coupe. License number 1W67713. Repeating, all units, Code 4. Missing, Dr. Douglas P. as in Paul Martin. Male Caucasian, 32 years of age. Height 6'3". Weight 195 pounds. Color of hair blonde. Color of eyes blue. Last seen driving with license number 1W67713.
Dr. Martin. What are you doing with this? Any special reason for placing it under this rock?
Where's your phone?
Over there behind the pump.
Operator, give me Crestview 95359.
All units in Sector 7, Code 4. Repeating, Code 4. Be on lookout for two-tone coupe. License number 1W67713.
Operator, you sure you're dialing the right number? Well, try it again, will you? It's my home. There ought to be someone there now.
At junction of Highway 66 and Beach. Ambulance en route. Car 17, Code 7, 4th and Roberts. Suspects may be armed. Repeating, Code 2 to all units. Dr. Douglas P. as in Paul Martin, male Caucasian, 32 years of age, height 6'3", weight 195 pounds, color of hair blonde, color of eyes blue. Missing, Dr. Douglas P. as in Paul Martin, male Caucasian. Repeating, Code 2 to all units. Hey, mister! Operator, give me the police, quick. Calling car 6. Calling car 6, Code 11. Come in, Briggs. Calling car 6. Calling car 6, Code 11. Code 11, Central calling. Come in, Briggs.
Hello, Central. Hello, Central. This is Briggs. This is Briggs. Come in.
Subject, Dr. Douglas Martin, last seen en route 61, heading toward North Junction. Stopped at gas station, corner of Ridgewood and Mills Road. Acknowledge.
Roger. Briggs out.
Agent Briggs. Agent Briggs, you forgot the note.
It's all right, Dr. Martin. You're with friends. You'll be all right.
Now let me go. Let me go.
Steady now, steady, Doc.
He'll kill everyone. We've got to stop now.
Easy, Doug, easy.
What did you give him? Sodium amytal. Truth serum. It'll deprive his mind of any imagination.
I guess he'll make sense now. I'll get the recorder ready.
Can you hear me, Dr. Martin?
Yes.
Now listen to me. I want you to count backwards from 100. Do you understand? Backwards from 100.
100. 99. 98. 97. 96. 95. 94.
Oh, you can ask him questions now.
Dr. Martin, what were you doing with the information you took from Dr. Kruger's vault?
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
Welcome back, cadets. You're just in time for Sky Patrol Mail Call. Yes, this is the part of the episode where I read your cards and letters that you send in and answer any questions that I can. Even though this is our first episode, we do have a couple of letters that came in through the email services. And let's get into those and see what they have to say. Our first email is from a Randy Wayne 602 in Arizona, USA. Randy Rain writes, yes, I totally agree with that. Yeah. Well, thank you, and respect to you, cadet. Now our next email, I'm very excited to get into because it comes from all the way from the land of Down Under, Australia. And it's from a Johnny Tapper 042. Yes, well, let's see what Mr. Tapper has to say. All right. Oh, hey, drop bears. Those are pretty nasty critters. Let's see here. Yeah, they bite hard, and good that you got the anti-venom in time. Good on you, mate. Well, anyway, that's it for Sky Patrol Mail Call. And if you'd like to send something in to us, our email is skypatrolmailbag@gmail.com. And now, it's time for Kaiju Corner. And welcome to Kaiju Corner. In this section of our program, we'll be presenting various videos and information about all the crazy crawly critters that our natural world has to offer. And in our premiere episode, we spared no expense and dug deep into the archival vaults of the Royal Society for the Appreciation of Isopods. And we got you the top video, Isopods on Parade, Chapter 17, Porcelio laevis, the dairy cow isopod. Now I'm very excited to get into this video, so we won't waste any more time. Enjoy.
Welcome to Isopods on Parade. In this chapter we'll be looking at Porcelio laevis, the dairy cow isopod. This is the Porcelio laevis, or commonly known as the dairy cow isopod. It is probably one of the best known isopods and most favorite in the hobby. Its name, Porcelio laevis, is derived from Latin. Laevis, meaning smooth or shiny, is in reference to the appearance of its exoskeleton. The other word, porcelio, refers to porcine, or little pig. Hence, in Latin, the meaning of the word dairy cow's name is smooth and shiny little pig. Look, I'm just reading what it says here. The dairy cow isopod is perhaps one of the easiest isopods to maintain. Once a culture is established, you'll probably find that you're spending a minimal amount of time to make sure that their personal and specific needs are met. Perhaps known as one of the more active species out there in the isopod hobby, the Porcelio laevis is known as a diurnal species. This means they are very active during the day and prefer to rest at night. The development and growth of the Porcelio laevis takes approximately 7 to 8 months and has been known to live up to 3 years. At full maturity, this isopod can grow up to 23 millimeters or just under 1 inch in length. And because they reproduce quickly, the dairy cow isopod makes for a great feeder critter to some reptiles and mammals. Having a voracious appetite, these isopods are a wonderful spectacle to watch as they eat, and eat they do. They will consume just about anything you give them, and this makes them a great addition to any bioactive enclosure as a cleanup crew. On that same note, you must keep a cautious eye on the Porcelio laevis because they require a protein-rich diet and have been known to become cannibalistic if these needs aren't met. When discussing the environmental needs of the dairy cow isopod, we need to cover 4 important points: temperature, humidity, ventilation, and the substrate's moisture level. Point 1. Temperature. The temperature of an enclosure can vary between 18 to 23 degrees Celsius or 65 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Point 2. Humidity. This particular species can do fairly well in a moist environment, but it is recommended that the humidity level is set at a medium level of approximately 40 to 50% humidity. Point 3. Ventilation. And to help maintain that balance between temperature, humidity, and to make sure those isopods can breathe, give the enclosure a good amount of ventilation. These little land shrimp need their fresh air. Point 4. Substrate moisture level. The final and probably most important point to the dairy cow's enclosure is the substrate's moisture level. This isopod species appreciates a moisture gradient in its environment. This means the enclosure should be kept at a moderately damp level, where one side of the enclosure is moist and the other side is much drier. This 50-50 ratio allows the isopods to self-regulate their personal needs quite easily. In review, it is therefore recommended by the Royal Society that the Porcelio laevis or dairy cow isopod be rated as a beginner-level isopod. Thank you for watching Isopods on Parade. And folks, always remember to take care of the environment and not to destroy the earth. It's the only place where I have to keep my stuff. Thank you, and good day.
You know, there's something about that narrator's voice that I find very comforting. Anyway, what I'd like to do now is to ask you Sky Cadets a favor. Besides to like and subscribe, what I'd like you to do is to watch the next set of trailers. They're from our upcoming episodes of Sky Patrol Theater, and what I'd like you to do is vote on which of the 3 trailers you'd like to see as our next episode on Sky Patrol Theater. All right? Thanks a bunch.
First spaceship on Venus. You are there with 8 international astronauts, 7 men and a woman, taking off on the most exciting, nerve-shattering journey in the history of man. You are there, braving the staggering shower of meteorites. You are there when the magic of the giant motion picture screen takes you 36 million miles into outer space. There's never been anything like this before, in fact or fiction. First spaceship on Venus. Join in the incredible adventures of a group of astronauts and a newspaper reporter as they travel through space from Mars to Venus in Assignment Outer Space. Join in the breathtaking suspense, terrifying drama as they attempt to intercept and destroy Alpha 2, a man-made terror out of control and about to disintegrate the Earth with its photonic rays.
Watch the seeds of love blossom thousands of miles in outer space. Fly with them into the infinite void as they daringly attempt to rescue a doomed astronaut. Tension will overtake you as they try an impossible landing on the satellite Phobos against the fantastic gravitational force of 20 Gs. Engines at 16 gammas. Engines at full RPM. Exciting as the headlines of tomorrow. Don't miss this motion picture of the future in superb Technicolor. Assignment Outer Space.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Fly in the rocket ship of the future, 350,000 miles up. Explore limitless space with the world's greatest astronauts.
Pegasus 4 to Lunar Base 1. We're entering a heavy magnetic field.
Take part in the terrifying search for the Phantom Planet. Battle an army of deadly meteors. See daredevil men repair their ship on the edge of eternity. Vital feed lines hit. Air cut off.
Our ship is being drawn toward an asteroid. Instruments completely out of operation. I'm going to try to land. I don't think I'll make it.
See the first man land on the Phantom Planet. See a 6-foot man shrink to 6 inches before your very eyes. Introducing Dolores Faith as Zetha, the girl from outer space, whose beauty secrets are wrested from the cosmic rays of the Milky Way. Discover the atomic mysteries of the universe.
Those are gravity plates that we've had placed here. Their intensity is so high that any object or any person placed on any one of them would immediately disintegrate. Here, let me show you.
Men on the Phantom Planet risk instant death for their women. The appalling warfare of other worlds. Sun-blazing Solarites attack.
The greatest danger to us is the high-intensity heat bomb.
Right. They have enough concentrated heat to blow up our planet instantly.
See the Solarite monster break loose. Thrill to the awe-inspiring battle for survival.
Activate the gravity curtain.
The fantastic power of the weapons of outer space. Cosmic rays destroying the Solarites.
Just 1 minute to go.
And now, on with the show.
Dr. Martin, what were you doing with the information you took from Dr. Kruger's vault?
I was delivering it.
Delivering it? But where? To the rocks in Soledad Flats?
Yes. It's the Soledad Flats. There where we crashed. I was delivering it, just as I was ordered.
Who ordered you to do this, Dr. Martin?
I'll tell you the whole story. I remember we were circling the atomic cloud. There was an object glowing beneath us at Soledad Flats. We were going down to investigate. Controls jammed. Couldn't pull out.
When I regained consciousness, I was on a table.
Next thing I knew, they were coming at me. Strange people. Their eyes, those horrible eyes.
They didn't speak. I could see something strange and eerie pulsating in front of me. Then one of them lowered it toward my chest. It was my own heart.
Greetings, Sky Cadets. It has come to our attention that Yahoo has identified a copyright infringement with about 8 minutes of the film. Apparently, certain individuals in these countries have identified themselves as owners of said content. Be that as it may, here at Sky Patrol International and thus Sky Patrol Theater, we respect the law. But we also honor your expectations for having a non-disruptive film. Therefore, we have created a narrated slideshow presentation depicting the deleted scenes. Brooks, please initiate the copyright correction sequence.
Yes, Captain Lance.
Fantastic. Hello, and welcome to the Killers from Space Copyright Protection narrated slideshow presentation. Let's get into this. As the blurred scene returns to focus, we see the unconscious form of Dr. Doug, and then a couple of bug-eyed aliens operating over the top of Dr. Doug's chest. At this point, Dr. Doug wakes up and begins to demand answers, like, why is there a huge scar on my chest? The aliens then take Dr. Doug to Deneb, leader of the alien invasion. Not wanting another probe, Dr. Doug bolts for the door. But he doesn't get far because Deneb electrifies Dr. Doug into submission. Deneb then goes back to berating Dr. Doug and his inferiority, until he gets a call. This is from another alien out on the field giving a report of the nuclear tests he had been analyzing. We then cut back to Deneb, who begins the traditional evil villain speech, where he details the hows and whys of their diabolical invasion plans. Brooks, don't we have a bit of CDV trivia on this section?
Affirmative.
Excellent. These images that you're seeing of the alien world are actually from an underground city in the film Flight from Mars, which was released in 1951 by Monogram Pictures. Well, once again, Deneb returns to his resistance is futile and your probe is coming, Dr. Doug, who, by the way, has had enough of this, and so he bolts once again for the cave entrance. All right, that should take care of the copyright correction, so let's get back to the film.
So, you have discovered our menagerie. Don't you think you will be more at ease on this side of the cage?
It's horrible. What are you doing here?
We are breeding our, shall I say, armies.
Those carnivorous insects and animals? What have you done to them?
Their growth is due to a change in their genes. With your next nuclear test, these animals will multiply at a rate beyond imagination. When the time comes, we will unleash them. They will spread to every continent and devour every living thing on the surface of the earth.
What good will that do you? How could you expect to survive better than we?
We have provided for that. No, Doctor. Look over there. We will use their bodies to fertilize the soil. Vegetation will rise up in abundance. A new era of civilization will begin.
Gamma rays?
You see, Doctor, We have arranged for everything.
A minute. All this equipment?
Our nuclear storage units. To date, we have accumulated several billion electron volts as a result of your atomic explosions.
Several billion? Why, a chain reaction at this point could release enough unstable isotopes to create a new and powerful element. Might be impossible to control.
True. An element that will never be known by your scientists. I can assure you the strength of this new element will
Why,
be...
this is a powder keg. Could go off at any minute.
I assure you, Doctor, we have everything under our complete control.
What force could possibly be strong enough to harness the... You control your whole operation by electricity. Of course, no generators. That means you're getting your power from somewhere on the surface. It must be passing through here.
You have heard enough, Dr. Martin. Step inside.
All right. What do you want from me?
You will have access to advanced information relative to the time and strength of the forthcoming atomic tests.
What about it?
You will provide us with that information as soon as it is available.
I see. You're afraid of an overload. You can't tap enough electricity wherever you get it from to control a strong enough charge.
You are a clever man, Doctor. Perhaps too clever.
And what makes you think I'll give you any information?
It is the only way you can save your own life when the time comes. You will be transported to one of our platforms in space and resettled here when our operation is completed.
You're asking me to sabotage the entire world, 3 billion people.
They are doomed in any case.
Well, I guess there's no alternative. I'll have to do as you say.
You are lying, Doctor. Your only wish is to betray us.
No.
I know. Your thoughts have been recorded.
Lie detector?
Call it what you like. You force me to resort to other methods. I will contact our space station. You are an unwilling subject, Dr. Martin.
What? Who are you?
I am Dita. You will listen and obey.
No,
You will listen to my orders and obey me. You will listen and obey. Listen
and obey.
You will remember nothing you have seen or heard here. Nothing but my orders which you will obey.
Yes.
You will obtain the data and bring it to the stone near the place where your plane was wrecked.
To the stone.
What have you seen or heard here? What have you seen or heard here?
Nothing.
Repeat my orders.
I will obtain the data and bring it to the stone. Well, that's what I did. I took the information to where they told me. I didn't realize I was being mesmerized. Why doesn't somebody say something? Don't you believe me? Kurt, you understand. These giant animals breeding by the millions, they'll devour everything unless we stop them.
Of course, Doug, we will.
Colonel, you've got to arrange to set off another bomb tonight. The strongest charge we have. They're beneath the ground with all their equipment. We can blow them to pieces.
Now, wait a minute.
A strong charge will overload their units. You don't believe me, Colonel? Major? course we do. Easy, Doug, easy. You think I'm crazy, all of you. Well, I'm not, do you understand? Everything I said is true. I saw it with my own eyes.
Give me a hand, Doug.
Now, let me go. Let me go.
Steady, steady, steady. Take it easy now. Take it easy. We'll talk this whole thing over.
What are you doing to me now?
And just rest quietly. That's it.
Mrs. Martin should be along any minute now. She went for their car. What'll I tell her?
Well, he's in a state of shock. Tell her he's resting quietly.
If you'll excuse me, I think I'd better wait for her at the information desk.
Well, Dr. Martin seems to be indestructible, except for those hallucinations.
Those weren't hallucinations, Colonel. Under the influence of sodium amytal, a patient loses all control of his imagination.
Well, then he shouldn't be able to fabricate those stories.
That's right.
Major, you're not trying to tell us that everything he said was true.
Look, gentlemen, I can only give you the medical facts. As for the rest, you'll have to decide for yourself. Excuse me, please.
Good evening, Dr. Kruger. Chilly, isn't it?
Oh, Mr. Briggs, you startled me. I didn't expect to see anyone here.
Well, neither did I, Doctor.
Well, I suppose you want me to explain why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe Doug. We've worked together a long time. Anyway, I just had to come out here and check for myself.
Check what, Doctor?
For an entrance or an exit to the caverns he described.
I'm afraid you're wasting your time. Have a cigarette, Doctor?
No, thank you.
See, we've already covered the entire area. We couldn't find a thing.
Then, what about that scar?
Martin.
Oh. How is he, Doctor?
Oh, he's resting fine. I think he'll be all right. How's the car?
Keep away from me. Keep away, I said.
Doc!
Let me go. They're after me. Nobody's after you, Dr. Martin. Keep away.
Doc, he's trying to help you.
I don't need the help. I want to see Kurt right away. Now, you control yourself. And I'll call him just as soon as you get back to your room.
You get back into bed and I'll call Dr. Kruger.
I've got to figure something out before he gets here. Need a pencil, some paper, and a slide rule.
I'll see that you get it. Oh, can I have Dr. Kruger, please?
Dr. Kruger speaking. Oh, yes, Major. How is he? All right, I'll be over in a few minutes.
Doug. Doug. Kurt.
Ellen, I got here as soon as I could. Is there anything wrong?
He's much better. Imagine he's even started working. He asked for paper and a slide rule.
That's interesting. Wonder what he's up to.
Formulas, equations. Anyway, whatever he says, pretend to agree with him. Major Cliff's orders.
Of course.
Doug. Doug, Kurt's here.
Hello, Doug. Just a second, I'm almost finished.
I'll take your hat.
Thank you. Kurt, let's face it. I know that you all think there's something wrong with me.
No, of course not.
No, I wouldn't blame you after the story I told last night.
Well, frankly, you did have us a little worried, asking that a bomb be dropped because of what you said.
You don't believe me either. Kurt, I tell you, I've been there. I've seen what they're doing, breeding animals into carnivorous monsters. But I don't need a bomb to stop them. I've figured it out. It's all here. Now, look. Here's the nuclear strength of our last test. And this is the amount of electricity needed to control it.
Let me see that.
I had to estimate the conversion rates of their transformers.
These figures are correct. Such transformers must operate on a constant supply of electricity. Could they get that much electric power?
Only one way. They must tap it from the main lines at the powerhouse. Could do it by parallel induction. Nobody'd ever know the difference. All we have to do is to cut it off.
Cut off the power? We can't do that. It would cause untold damage for miles around. Such a power stoppage must be planned in advance.
8 to 10 seconds, that's all I need. That gap in supply will short out their resistors and the whole thing will go up. But you won't go along with that. No, not you.
Doug, get back in bed.
Grab the car keys there.
Now look, you're carrying this
out of my way.
Doug!
Please call the main gate and try to stop Dr. Martin.
Doug took the car. Hurry!
Dr. Martin! Stop! Stop!
He did what? How long ago? Right, we'll leave immediately.
What's wrong, Colonel?
Dr. Martin, he's on his way to the powerhouse, wants to cut off the power supply.
Well, let's go.
I couldn't stop him, Doctor. He went that way. Okay, you run up the stairs. I'll look here. There's his car. Come on, hurry.
He isn't back there. Let's go.
Where's the driver of this car?
He went into the building.
We've got to take the stairs.
Where are the main switches? Hey, what's the matter with you? You sleepwalking or something, mister? Where are the switches that control that flats area? I said, where are they? This way. Oh. Control room. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Come on, show me those switches. Come on.
All right.
Cut that power.
Now look,
Cut it. Now the next one. Next. Go on.
that'll turn the power off for 100 miles.
Do as I say.
Here it is.
Stay where you are.
Put down that gun, Dr. Mott.
I'm warning you, Colonel. How many closer and I'll kill him. Now the next one. What's this one?
That's the master switch.
Cut it.
Doug, please, don't.
I said cut it. Get back or I'll kill him. Go on, get back.
Do as he says.
Give me 10 seconds after I cut the power. If I mean nothing will happen and you can do what you want me. But if I'm right. Now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over here.
Soledad flats right in the button.
Just as he said.
He blew them to pieces.
So there you go, Sky Cadets. That was Killers from Space. I hope you enjoyed our show and will be tuning in with us next time.
Captain Lance, don't forget to remind the people, if you like what we're doing here, subscribe. Also click the like button and share with a friend.
You're right, Brooks. Don't forget, cadets, make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, and if you like, leave a comment down below. And here's wishing you clear skies, Sky Cadets. You've been watching the Kaijuiso channel. Don't forget to hit that like button.